All right, so we talked about this situation many times before, at least for sure 2 times before. I've gave you my 2 cents on the situation. So I'm going to start this video off with saying, look, Rodgers to Minnesota is not happening. I know there's going to be a couple comments that saying he's not coming to Minnesota, and that's going to be because you guys aren't going to watch the video till the end, so I might as well just tell you right now, it's not happening. But we have to talk about it because this is the month of June. Not a lot happens, or not month of June, end of May, going into June. Nothing really happens at this point in time. We had rookie OTAs or rookie minicamp and stuff like that. But really, the news is kind of sporadic. But the Aaron Rodgers situation is real. He's still a free agent. What is he waiting on? Is he waiting on Minnesota to finally be like, you know what, screw it, let's bring him in? JJ McCarthy just isn't ready. I don't see that being the problem or being the situation that we're looking at currently, because I do believe Minnesota thinks JJ McCarthy is the next guy. And I think that's what we all believe. JJ McCarthy, this is his team. He's going to be quarterback one when it comes to regular season, week one, when we take on the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football. Okay? That's just how it's going to be. Rodgers might be waiting for Minnesota, but there's also a chance he could be waiting on Pittsburgh. But we still have to talk about Rodgers to Minnesota. So let's get into it. Before we do, shout out to our affiliate partners at Green Gridiron. If you want one of these mini helmets, the link for that is in the comment section, and use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a discount. If you don't want a Vikings helmet, you want a different NFL team, they have them all. Okay, maybe you don't want an NFL helmet, they have all the college team helmets. So go check that out. Or you can even customize your own helmet. So if that's something that intrigues you, or you want, or you need a gift for somebody, hit that link in the comment section, or it's also in the description, and use the promo code MINSYN, MINSYN, at checkout to receive a discount on your purchase. And if they already have a deal going on, you can stack the promo code to receive even more off of that final price. So is Aaron Rodgers still waiting on the Minnesota Vikings? Apparently, some NFL teams think so. So Rodgers has a standing offer currently from the Pittsburgh Steelers, but he still hasn't signed a contract and remains a free agent as offseason training activities, or otherwise known as OTAs, are approaching in less than a month. In an appearance on the Dan Patrick Show, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler said that he's talked to some NFL teams that believe Aaron Rodgers is still hoping to sign in Minnesota, which, can you blame him? Much better situation than what Pittsburgh is currently dealing with, even though they do still have DK Metcalf as one of their wide receivers. The backfield's a little rocky. DK's literally their only receiver other than Pat Freiermuth on the offensive line. Their defense is always going to be good. They're always going to be in the middle of the pack, kind of like the Minnesota Vikings. But for Aaron Rodgers, when you look at what we have on offense, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, a revamped offensive line, Aaron Jones in the backfield, who he's played with in the past, Jordan Mason alongside of Aaron Jones in that backfield as well, a reliable fullback in CJ Ham. I mean, the list kind of goes on, right? We have a lot to look forward to this season on the offensive side of the ball, so why wouldn't Aaron Rodgers want to play in Minnesota? Okay, he has all the right to. That's a good situation that he'd be walking into. But here's what Fowler told Patrick about the situation. Now, he said there's some teams I've talked to that are still kind of wondering, is he just waiting out the Vikings? Because the Vikings would be an ideal scenario, one of the best play callers in the league in Kevin O'Connell, nine dome games. So you're guaranteed nine dome games this year, which is fantastic, right? No wind, no weather to mess with the outcome of the game. But checking with the Vikings, I still don't expect that. They're moving forward with JJ McCarthy, so he really has no other option than the Pittsburgh Steelers, or to retire right now. Now, earlier this offseason, there was reports of mutual interest between Rodgers, a four-time MVP and Super Bowl champion, and the Vikings, who are coming off a 14-win season and an NFC playoff appearance, but lost their starting quarterback from a season ago, Sam Darnold, in free agency. But for now, it's appeared as though the Vikings are turning to JJ McCarthy, whom they selected with the 10th overall pick in the first round of the 2024 NFL Draft. So the expectation has been that Rodgers will sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers eventually, and in previous interviews, Rodgers has indicated that he hasn't signed yet, as he addresses some challenges off the field. But with the Vikings rolling with a second-year quarterback coming off a season-ending knee injury, there's been no shortage of speculation that there could still be a door open for Aaron Rodgers sometime down the line. Something perhaps Rodgers is waiting out to see what happens. Regardless, right now it doesn't seem like Rodgers will be finding his way to Minnesota, despite some teams believing that's what he's waiting for. It remains to be seen whether he'll finally sign on the dotted line with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So I'm just going to go off and say this. I'll reiterate what I said at the beginning. Rodgers to Minnesota is not happening. Sorry. Sorry to burst your bubble. I know all of you guys are bummed out about that. But we've seen this same situation with Aaron Rodgers year after year, at least the past 3 seasons, right? With the Green Bay Packers. He said, I'm going to go on a darkness retreat. You're not going to hear from me for 3 days. Okay? When I come out of that darkness retreat, I'll know whether or not I'm going to continue playing or if I want to retire. The Packers said, okay, we'll let you do that. We won't make any changes at this point in time. Fast forward 3 days, it turns out the Green Bay Packers were shopping him, and they ended up ultimately trading him to the New York Jets. Okay, so there was that whole scenario. Then we go to the New York Jets. Every offseason, he had to go to Egypt. The first offseason, he tore his Achilles out the season prior to going to Egypt. And then this past offseason is the same situation. Rodgers is mulling over his options: retire or continue playing football. What interests him more at this point in time, right? He's 40-some years old. Okay, he has to make those decisions. He has to weigh those decisions whether or not he still loves the game enough to play and he wants to put his body on the line, or he just wants to retire. There's a lot of challenges off the field that I'm sure he's still facing, and that's what he said he's facing, even though he is on a tour with Mike Stud at this point in time, riding horses, living his best life. So we'll see what happens with that situation. But this is the Rodgers this is the Rodgers way. Take his time to make the decision that he believes is right for his career at this point in time. He's going to sign with the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's just a matter of when. He's going to be waiting out all this because we still have plenty of time before he has to sign on the dotted line. And if Pittsburgh is slowly waiting, they don't have to make any moves. They don't have to be urgently or acting chaotically, if you will, and hey, we need a quarterback now. Right now, they're going to be rolling with Mason Rudolph until Rodgers signs that dotted line. And Pittsburgh will be a playoff team with or without Rodgers, because they always are. So you guys let me know your thoughts on this situation. I know we don't have much to say other than he's not coming to Minnesota, which, bummer, right? So let me know down below in that comment section. Drop a like and subscribe to the channel. It'd be much, much appreciated. Have a great rest of your night, folks, and Skol Vikes.